a lot of them have been debatable on whether or not this stuff is any good, everybody. And that is, we're going to talk about, everybody, is the Googan baits. What is going on, fishaholics? As for me today, well, I was planning on going out doing some early winter fishing today, but unfortunately it was just supposed to be just windy, and of course literally just yesterday we had a snowstorm hit that dumped several inches of snow. It was our first snowstorm of the year, and well, I was kind of bummed out that I couldn't do any fishing, but I think we're going to try again next weekend to see if we can get any action. But before we get any further, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and actually just jump right into today's discussion. And it's very, well, I guess I shouldn't say it's very controversial, but it's somewhat of a controversy. But a lot of them have been debatable on whether or not this stuff is any good, everybody. And that is, we're going to talk about, everybody, is the Googan baits. We are going to be sharing about Googan baits today in today's video. And you guys are welcome to comment down below in the comments as well. Feel free to share. Have you guys had any experience with any of these Googan baits? I bought several different ones of Googan baits this year. I bought bandito bugs, kraken craws. I bought lunker logs, slim shake worms, and so far for me this year alone, my personal favorite of all the Googan baits, literally of all the Googan baits that I bought, my personal best for this one, lunker logs. Lunker logs to me were number one for me of all the Googan baits this year. I've caught some nice largemouth, and I've caught some nice smallmouth off of these lunker logs, everyone. And I just couldn't get enough of them. It was just absolutely amazing. And obviously, like I said, this is probably my favorite one of them all. And my second favorite would have to be the bandito bug. I mean, if you guys do love Googan Squad and stuff like that, you gotta know bandito bug has been one of the most popular soft plastics on the market for the last couple of years. So I'm gonna go ahead and share some interesting discussions here. Like, why do some people say Googan sucks? You know, why do they suck? And we're gonna get to that here in just a moment. But before we get any further, everybody, feel free to smash that like button, and also feel free to subscribe to do that too, everybody. So we're gonna go ahead and actually discuss why some people think Googan baits suck. So one of the big things that a lot of people disregard about the Googan baits, everybody, is actually about the soft plastics. Now, obviously, we know there are so many soft plastic brands out there, everybody, that they are going to tear every single company out there, whether like Moto, Yum, Berkeley, or even for that matter, Strike Keen as well. Those soft plastics, they're eventually going to tear everybody. Now, I'm not gonna jump on here and just defend Googan because of this, you guys, but I'm just stating the realistic facts here about the soft plastics. I mean, every single one, you guys, I've been through other plastics brands besides Googan, you guys. I've used Strike Keen, I've used Yum, I have used Berkeley. I've almost got every single one on the market, to be completely honest with you. And some of those other brands that I've gone through, they have torn after one or two catches, same thing, everybody. So, to me, it's kind of weird that some people are bashing Googan, saying that their plastics, they tear so easy and stuff. Now, obviously, that's normal, you guys, especially if you're catching fish, you know, like you're catching a largemouth or a smallmouth. You guys gotta realize is that bass are fighting fish. They are gonna fight, they're going to throw their heads around a lot with that bait in their mouth, and it probably is gonna tear the plastic apart, you guys. And that's just part of life. I mean, that's literally what happens here. I mean, and like I said, I have been through other soft plastic brands. Like I mentioned, I've used Berkeley, Yum, Yamamoto, Strike Keen, etc., other brands too. And it's the same thing. They also tear after a couple catches, everybody. And so, to me, I feel like people complaining about them, saying they are too soft, they just tear too easy. I think it's because they have never had too much of an experience using soft plastics as compared to like other brands on the market, everybody. And like I said, this is just based off my experience and actual like research on how the soft plastics, how soft they are. And like I said, you know, there are other brands that I have tried before. And if you guys don't want to do Googan, that's completely fine, everybody. There are other brands out there that I have done before. Really, like I said, sometimes I think some people out there probably haven't gotten the full, complete understanding of how some of the Googan baits work. Like, for example, let's say, for example, you buy a pack of bandito bugs from your local tackle store, and the most common way to rig up a bandito bug is using the Texas rig, everybody. And that's just recently how it works, because I'm going to show you how thin that bandito bug is. You guys, it's obviously supposed to be thin, and it's really and also soft plastic. And like I said, I've had a lot of experience, well, not a whole lot. I've caught some nice bass off these soft plastics before in my past, everyone. And like I said, usually after 1 or 2 catches, yeah, they are gonna tear. And that's because, like I said, they're called soft plastics for an obvious reason. So another issue that people always complain about when it comes to Googan is pricing. A lot of people are always complaining about all their stuff online about being overpriced, and literally whether it's from their soft plastics to their hard baits, or even like some of their bundles as well. And listen, everybody, a lot of people need to realize, just like all the other brands out there like Berkley, Strike King, Googan's another really huge bass brand, everyone. A lot of people just, I think some people might be just jealous because of their success, because of like how much money the guys that made the Googan Squad have made thousands of dollars every year because of this stuff. And it's kind of funny though, because when people look at the price on them, believe it or not, a pack of Googan baits like this, everybody, like this pack of Bandito bugs, a small pack of these, on average, it's gonna probably cost you about $5 a pack, everybody. If you go shopping in stores, like whether it's your local Walmart or Meijer, these packs are gonna probably only be $5 a piece. Whereas if you go to like Bass Pro Shops or Cabela's, Bass Pro or Cabela's, everybody, the price is gonna be more than that. It's probably gonna be about 10 bucks a pack, because these big sporting goods stores, Bass Pro and Cabela's, are so popular that a lot of the stuff they're going to sell you guys, they are going to be a bit more expensive. But if you go actually shopping online, chances are the prices are going to probably be a little bit cheaper. As a matter of fact, when you guys think about it too, being at 2023, I guarantee you more than half of our nation's population does online shopping. And it seems to be a lot easier. Prices are actually a bit lower than going in stores. And a lot of people seem to also don't understand is that when you do online shopping, like let's say you go on Amazon and you're looking for a pack of these Googan baits, these are probably going to be around $7-8 bucks on Amazon. That's probably what my guess is anyway. But you guys have to understand that when you purchase something online, there is going to be extra payment as well. When it comes to shipping, a pack of these Googan baits is probably going to be another $5 to maybe $7 for shipment, you guys, because that's literally how some of these shipping companies, whether it's like FedEx or UPS, that's how they actually make their money too, everybody. You got to understand that. So a lot of people saying that these things are overpriced, that's just completely false. I completely disagree with that. I think it's just really probably because some of the people that are complaining about it, they probably don't like the shipping price, you know, because on Googan Squad's website, when you actually do buy a pack of these Googan baits, as a matter of fact, I actually just bought a new package of Bandito bugs just the other day, and the shipment cost was an extra $7, and that's going to be probably around 12 bucks we're talking about in total. So like I said, I think people don't understand that when you order something online, especially like these pack of Googan baits, the price of the Googan baits themselves, it's going to be cheap. But when you add another, like when you add shipping, that's going to be another several more dollars, everybody. So I think a lot of people seem to not pay attention to that kind of stuff when you are actually going to do online shopping. But whereas if you go to like in-store shopping, everybody, like at your local sporting goods store, some of these things, they're going to be a one-time purchase of like 5 bucks. I actually want to also bring something up. Actually, some people may not have thought of too much actually into the Googan Squad topic here. I think it also depends on what part of the country you're from, everyone. Because like here in Michigan, especially where I live far up north, there really is only a limited time of year where we can catch bass. Usually we go from May until October, which is about 5 months, which is kind of unfortunate, you know, because we're not like Texas or Florida where you can literally catch bass all year round. Now, when it comes to using Googan baits or any Googan product against the bass around here for largemouth or smallmouth, they can be kind of finicky about it because they're probably not used to these kind of products, and plus they only get a limited amount of food for out of an entire year. So when it comes to like trying out like other brands, soft plastic brands, like I said, I've used Strike King, I've used Yum, I've used Berkley, and some of those other brands work just as good as Googan baits, everyone. They really, like I said, if I was living, let's say in Florida, and I was actually living by a big lake that was full of bass, everyone, and I had all these Googan baits with me, I would probably be catching quite a few bass pretty quickly within a couple of minutes. I'd probably be catching my first bass within, like, maybe in a couple minutes, to be realistic here. And whereas here in Michigan, where I'm from, it's gonna take a little bit longer. It could take 10-15 minutes at minimum, and sometimes it might even take an hour for one to bite one of the Googan plastics. So it really varies, I guess, where you live. Because down in Florida, bass have food all around them all year round to eat, no matter what time of the year it is. Whereas in Michigan, there's only a certain time of the year and only a limited amount on like how much they will be able to get. I guess I'm really got not much left to tell you guys there. But for those of you guys that don't like using Googan products, like I said, you don't need to try them if you don't want to. But really, I think they're just like all the other soft plastic brands out there, you guys. But I guess to each their own based on like personal experience. Whichever bait soft plastic brand you guys are most comfortable with, feel free to stick with that, everybody. As for me, I kind of like to like switch up around once in a while to certain different brands. Because currently, Googan to me is like one of my favorites. And probably one of my other favorites would have to be Strike King. I've used a lot of Strike King products this year personally, and they've worked out well. I'm going to go ahead and conclude this video, everybody. Like I said, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below about the Googan's products here. Feel free to also, again, smash that like button for me, you guys. And if you haven't done it either, feel free to subscribe as well. And I'm going to go ahead and conclude this video, everybody. So hopefully next week, we can actually get out and do some more fishing, everybody. I'll see you guys next time.